Hello, everybody. This is Carrie O'Donnell, Tarot Soul Writer, and here I am on my new nightly Thursday night series, The Midnight Brew, which is another variation of spilling the tea, only in the evenings. So we're going to do this one in November, and then hopefully, if it works out, we'll do some more in December. So I'm pretty excited about that. Let's just see who's in the chat. I see Kay Reiser and Nat. Hi, Nat. Hi, Sharon. Janine, Connie, Joy, Secret. Hi, Secret. Hello. Thank you for showing up. And if you have some questions, I know I compiled some questions as well from people online. But if you have some other questions, make sure you put them in all caps if possible, and I'll star them. Let's see if anything has come up so far. No, nothing so far. All right. So hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. And today is political and current event questions. Okay, so those are what you can put in the chat. And what I compiled in the beginning here are yes/no questions, because we can go through those very fast in my lightning round. Yeah, the lightning rounds. We're just going to do yes/no to kind of like warm it up. I got quite a few of those. I'm going to go through them with one card, and I'm going to try to answer those questions with one card. But if I need an extra one for clarification, I'm going to allow myself the second. And saying hello again to our people. Did I see someone from Michigan? Hello. That's awesome. I'm starting to see questions coming in. That's great. Hi from the Boston area. Woohoo, Boston. I'm a New Englander, so you got to say woohoo when we get Boston. So good. We got some good questions coming in. So let's start. As you're getting your questions going, I am going to start with the lightning round questions. Yes or no? So the first one, will Mark Carney in Canada stay and have his budget passed? All right, so let's take a look. And I apologize ahead of time for the loud shuffling, but it is what it is. And I have to shuffle over here or it'd be super loud. Mark Carney in Canada, stay and have his budget passed. So I am getting the Three of Pentacles reversed. I'm feeling this more about the budget, that the budget is going to be a struggle because things aren't coming together, or people aren't coming together as a team or as an entity to get the votes that he needs. Let me just see if he is going to stay. I'm going to pull another card, and I am getting the Four of Swords. It's going to be really difficult. Okay, these are not really positive cards for Mark. So let's give Mark a lot of love, I guess, because I'm assuming he is the more liberal candidate in Canada. Tell me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I would say he's in a little bit of trouble. So we'll go on to the next one. Will ex-Prince Andrew come to the U.S. and spill the tea? That would be fun. All right, will he spill the tea? Prince Andrew, come to the U.S. All right, I pulled this in reversal. The star card is reversed. That would be a no, and he has no star power here. That's kind of how I'm reading that. I don't think I need a clarifier. I'm getting a no on Prince Andrew coming here to spill the tea. Will Greg Abbott win the 2026 governor of Texas race, or will we have another governor? Will we have another governor? Will he win? Governor Abbott win? Got the Wheel of Fortune. That's like luck's on his side. I'm going to have to call that a yes right now. Let's hope that things will change. I always feel like sometimes with the races, I mean, this is 2026, a lot can change. But right now, if we have to read the energy now, I feel like he has the momentum, unfortunately. And that momentum might not be coming from the people. It could be just coming from the people in power in Texas. Will South Dakota ever elect a Democrat for anything? South Dakota. Yeah, spirit beyond the stars. I like that. Prince Andrew and his wife might have to find a new country to live in. Yeah, it's probably true. All right, South Dakota. I am getting the Page of Cups reversed. Ever? This is a no card, meaning, you know, probably not in the near future. However, there is a lot of emotion under this card. It's building is what I'm feeling. So I can't answer the question ever. I think ever is a long time, right? It's like, how do you read on forever or ever? But I would say in the near future, no. That's what I'm feeling there for South Dakota. All right. Is the Senate at play? Honestly, I wasn't sure. The person who left this question, I wasn't really sure what they meant, to be honest. So I am just going to lay it out there. I'm assuming they mean is the Senate like in play, or are they just playing around? I'm not 100% sure. So I'm just going to ask it and we'll see if I get a yes or a no. And hopefully that helps the person who asked the question. Is the Senate at play? I'm getting the Queen of Cups here. So I'm going to give this a yes. I'm going to give this a yes. Whatever was meant underneath this question, is the Senate at play? I'm going to say yes. It is a woman, so I'm not sure if that's part of this. So let me just take a time out here, and I am just going to take a look at the comments and star a few questions. I just want to say hello, everybody, again. I appreciate you coming. It's so good to see you. And I am seeing a few questions that I'm going to get starred for later. And I love to see where everyone's from. Connecticut, Chicago. Those are great cities. Yeah, I have to get to Chicago. I have never visited Chicago. It's always been on my bucket list. Ontario, Canada. Hello. Got a lot of people from Canada. Yeah, there's a few questions here I definitely want to read on. Los Angeles, it's raining on and off. It's been snowing here. Winter is here. We had this beautiful November day, and I got my garden pretty much set up for spring, and we did our last minute clipping, and we were hoping to get out there again, and then the snow started. So that was super sad. It's definitely winter. Denver, Michigander, Alberta, New Mexico. We got some snow people up here, I think. All right, so let me go back to the lightning round, and I start a few questions for when this is over. How about Mitch McConnell? Will he be alive to serve to the end of his term? South Carolina. I'm a little jealous because it might be warmer down there. West Sacramento, down under. Nat, you're my favorite down under person. Is it Merida, Mexico? Not really sure how to pronounce that. Mexico. Aussie. Will Mitch McConnell be alive to serve to the end of his term? I am getting the 9 of Pentacles, which is the retirement card. So I'm going to say yes, he will be alive to serve to the end of his term till retirement. Oklahoma, blue dot in Iowa, Corpus Christi, Texas. Welcome. Sorry if I'm missing some of you, but I just have to, when I start looking, then I see the chat. Hopefully I can shout out as many of you as I can. Let's see. Will Trump take away home rule for the residents of the District of Columbia, removing the mayor and council and taking complete control? All right, for DC, we take away home rule and basically take complete control of DC. All right, so I'm getting the 4 of Wands reversed. That is, I'm not getting complete control. Okay, I'm not getting that for DC. But the reversal is kind of like something is tarnished, something is taken away. We're not quite 100% happy. So there is some change here that makes me feel like DC has less power or control than they used to over their own constituents or that type of thing. There is still something over their heads, but I wouldn't take 4 of Wands reversed as complete control. So hopefully that can change in the future. Hi, NYC and New Jersey and Eugene, Oregon and Iowa. I know, I like that. He better not. That's the truth. I'm not getting complete control. Maybe that 4 of Wands is actually like, I'm trying to do it. Like his something's over their head. It's like he's still a thorn in their side is what I want to say. All right, so let's see what the next one is. In the future, will there ever be a way to prevent abuse of the justice system by flooding the courts with lawsuits to delay accountability? I hate it when they do that. I hate that. Will there ever be a way to prevent the abuse of justice in that way by flooding the system? I don't want to believe this. But this is saying there's dark manipulation here of the system. Will there be a way to prevent abuse? I got to pull one more card because I'm getting something off of that, but I just want to, see, I'm getting the 10 of Swords reversed. There are going to be a reversal of these really harsh abuses of justice. There are going to be a lot of things that we're going to put in place to prevent this from happening. The problem is this dark magician. And I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but as long as there are human beings on this planet, like that's kind of how I'm feeling. There are going to be people who try to get away with things, who try to twist the law, to manipulate things. This is the dark magician who tries to manipulate things in his or her favor. So I think there's going to be something like that all the time, but we are going to put things in place. Like it's not going to be as in your face as it is now. I think it will be harder, but it's like with every new thing they build, there are other people who are trying to figure out how to buck the system, unfortunately. Well, I'm seeing a lot of people from Iowa, I see. More than one. Melbourne, Australia. Gulfport, Mississippi. Welcome. Mississippi. That's another state I wanted to, believe it or not, I want to visit Mississippi because there's just, I don't know. There's a lot of history there. I know some of the history isn't positive, but we can say that about any state, really. It's kind of, I mean, that's the issue with the United States right now. All right. Will Jack Smith go after Trump in court and succeed? Will Jack Smith go after Trump in court and succeed? Wheel of Fortune. Luck is on his side. I'm going to say yes. And I was worried before I pulled this card, I'll be honest, because I felt like, and I still feel, every time I read on Trump that he escapes justice because he just isn't here. You know how justice works in the United States. I got to pull together all the things for the trials and all of that. I mean, we're looking at a good year to 2 years before everything is up and moving. I mean, that's just how it works. And I don't think he's going to be here. I'm just going to put it right out there. I don't think he's going to be here. So I feel Jack Smith is going to do this even if he's not here, if that makes sense. And we'll just have people fill in the blanks with that. But good. All right. I see Vancouver and PA and Westland, Michigan. We got some more questions here. More New Jersey. Welcome, New Jersey. All right. Will J.D. Vance pardon Trump? This is a big one. This is a big one. J.D. Vance pardon Trump. It's the yes card. The Ace of Wands. That's the yes card. If Trump is here to be pardoned, he most likely would try to do that, unfortunately. Again, let's just wait to see how things play out, because I really feel like there are a variety of directions depending on whether he's here or not. And also, I kind of feel JD politically is in some trouble, so he might change his mind. But if I had to call it right now, I would say, yeah, he would do it. He would do it. When will fake Fox News and commentators pay for their lies and for helping divide us? All right. When will fake Fox News and commentators pay for their lies? When? So I am getting the Queen of Coins. I feel they're paying, literally paying. So they may have to pay out some fines or that type of thing, similar to the lawsuit they lost before. I think that's what's going on here. And as far as when, I'm not getting a timing off of that Queen. So let me just pull a timing card. And timing is so hard. And I wasn't really getting a timing off of the Queen. I know she represents a certain time, but it wasn't popping up for me. And usually that means they're not telling me the time, but we'll see. We'll pull a timing card. It's happening now. It's happening now. They're starting to pay now. So maybe this has to do with their viewership, with a lot of stuff behind the scenes. They're starting to pay now. So things might be changing at Fox. That's how I would take that. All right. So that was our lightning round. We're going to work on some of the other questions that you posted. I did star a bunch of them. So Starlight Glazer is here. Thank you. You're not too late. We're just starting with the good questions now. If you have another question, just star it. Put it in all caps if you can. So let's see. I know there was one that I was really, really interested in. Now I can't find it. Let's try. I think this was the one. I've been curious lately on Michael Wolff. Is he safe? Because he's been on my mind too. He's been in my mind too. So is Michael Wolff safe? I'm going to say he's okay. I'm not really getting any cards that would indicate violence against him or that type of thing. It starts with a card of safety. This is, she's in the wall of protection with the 9 of Pentacles. So I feel like he has a lot of resources around him to keep him safe. The 7 of Cups is here, illusion and delusion, choices. So there is a warning. It's kind of like a warning for him. Sometimes things aren't as they seem, that he does need to be super cautious for sure. The Ace of Cups is upside down. To me, I'm getting like exhaustion from this, believe it or not. Like my cup is drained kind of feel. It's almost like that's when he's at his most vulnerable, is when he's really, really tired. He has to pay attention. And my 3 of Cups is reversed. Like he's not celebrating. But is he safe? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm not getting anything that's going to happen to him as long as he stays vigilant. It's exhausting what's happening to him. This is not fun. He's not happy about any of this, but it seems like he's going to make it through. So that's what I'm getting with that. All right, let me just go back before I pick up on some of these questions. And I just want to star some more questions that came in. So let's see what we got. Because I don't want to miss people who are just coming in. So just be a minute. And I'm seeing some more people. I got Arizona in the house. That's cool. Is it Adelita's district? I can never say her last name. I probably said her first name wrong too. But she's awesome. Her speech to, finally get sworn in, that was pretty cool. So let's see. Let me just start a few more. Okay, let's go. Let's see what we got here. I am going to read on this one. And I was thinking about doing a video on this. It's in my book of like videos that I want to deep dive on. But let's just do like a blanket, like what's coming up with ice. And hopefully I can go a little deeper a little bit later. What is the future of ice? I'm just going to put out a few clarifiers. I don't know if I particularly like what I see here. Hello from Ireland, upstate New York. Woohoo! I used to live in upstate New York. I lived in Syracuse for a while. It's a nice area. Like all the lakes. My son almost went to school in Ithaca. It's really beautiful. Really beautiful. I don't like this. I'm just going to tell you right now. Okay. The future of ice is a complex kind of weave. And I'm going to deep dive on this one because I think it's super important. But the problem of ice isn't going to disappear with 45. they're still going to be there as a force for a little while, probably because we're stuck with JD. I'm just going to assume that. At first, I do get my strength card reversed. So that's good news, right? So they're being weakened right now, especially with the people who are out there. Two of Cups is reversed. There is a partnership issue here that they're not happy about. I'm wondering if, like, this would be like, okay, I'm partners with some entity, whether that's 45, whether that's other people in the government. They were promised certain things. We're a partnership with something, and something is gone awry there. They're not happy as an entity. ICE themselves, they feel like they're not getting what they were promised. There are some partnerships there that have been severed, is kind of what I'm feeling. But then when I look into the future, I do get the Nine of Cups, that idea that they're comfortable, there's money coming in, and we know there was a lot of money coming in, right? So I think that money from the budget is just, they're making them very comfortable. When people get very comfortable, it's hard to get things out. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. There's a lot of emotion here with the Page of Cups from the people. And I just wasn't happy with that. And then I'm like, well, give me some more spirit. And they're like, well, eventually they will be replaced or exchanged. Eventually ICE will be different. The ICE now will be something different in the future as far as border control. So that's something to look forward to. But we have to get through corruption first. So much corruption. And that's that Nine of Cups, the smug merchant, the money. Rockets and SpaceX. Every time I get this card, I think of Elon. So I feel like this is Elon's card. I don't know how he is related or connected to ICE in the future. I don't know if there's going to be some funding there or something else through Elon. I know that's a stretch, but that is my Elon card. So that's something that we can look at in the future. If I had to sum up this reading, I would say ICE still has a little bit of a future. We got to cut through the money. That's going to be our biggest challenge. But my guides with that replace or exchange, eventually they will change. Eventually what's ICE now will not be. It will not be. I think it's just going to take a little time. So yeah, hopefully the energy will change with regard to ICE. I agree. And yeah, my biggest concern, Joy, it's one of my biggest concerns. It's something I've been wanting to read on. I think I'm going to deep dive on that so I can get like more specific, nuanced kind of answers with that. So yeah. All right, here's one. Hi, Nikki D. Will the U.S. eventually cut ties from Israel? Will the U.S. eventually cut ties from Israel? I didn't expect this, actually, as I felt like my ego mind was saying, no, we're never going to cut ties with Israel. Like I had a preconceived thing in my head, and I think we may cut ties with Israel at some point in the future. But it starts with the money that's underneath the situation, right? So that Ace of Pentacles is big money here. That is what ties us to Israel. You would think it would be past treaties and that sort of thing, but it's not. It's the money and the money connections that are holding us there. I do get the Hangman here. So to me, this is looking at our relationship from a different perspective. That's something that's going to be happening in the future. I do have the Hermit reverse. To me, that's like really like going it alone, like deep separation. So after we rethink things, we separate ourselves a little bit from what's going on with Israel. And then look at that, death, an ending to the way our relationship used to be. Will this be complete cut ties? Can you ever really completely cut ties with anyone in this day and age? I mean, I suppose you can with sanctions and that sort of thing, but let's just put it this way. I do not see our relationship with Israel being as close or the same. That I can definitely say. So, yeah, with how tax dollars are being used with this Middle East situation, Mega and MAGA are tightly entwined. Yeah, it's all about, cheap labor. Just the money issue is the hardest part. It's the hardest part. But things are changing. Things are going to change. I know I had one person who commented on my last video and they were like, we don't have 2 years. What are you talking about? And I'm thinking to myself, God, we've been in this since 2016? It's a lot of years. We're all tired. We're all weary. And, I understand people's frustration with time, but I have frustrations with time. But things are going to change. Time is going to go on. And as time goes on, you're going to see a lot of big changes in the future. A lot of what's happening just isn't sustainable. All right. Let me try this one. Tennessee. Tennessee's in the House. Will Tennessee vote blue with the special election on December 2nd? Tennessee vote blue. I don't know what's going on with Tennessee, but I will say that there's something stuck here. The energy is stuck with the blue. Judgment against them. And then when I did my future cards, maybe that was like in the recent past. Then I got the Devil card and the Emperor is reversed, which usually to me is either one of two things. Either someone who's supposed to be a strong leader is too weak, or someone as a leader is like a dictator, like over the top. With the Devil here, it just makes me feel like there are forces that are in control that are stopping the blue from happening. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Again, that's a completely cold read because I don't know anything about what's going on in Tennessee. So we'll send Tennessee a lot of good blue energy for sure. But there might be a little bit of shenanigans going on in Tennessee. Oh, thank you. Is it Deborah? I can see the chat's going up, but God bless you through your transitioning cat. Yeah, I haven't been talking about Leo, but Leo is still here, believe it or not. I didn't think he would be here right now, but he's declining very rapidly. It's been really hard. He doesn't eat much. He's losing a lot of weight. He doesn't have a lot of energy. He doesn't play anymore. I mean, you can just see he's going to the last stages. So thank you for thinking about him. I spend all my time right now in the day just working on readings and just holding my kitty. Yeah, not ready to go yet. Oh, you're D girl having some problems with my cat who has end stage CKD. I'm so sorry. Like I get it. I didn't even prepare for this because I'm getting a puppy on Sunday. I'll show you my puppy when next week I'll come on and show you my puppy. But it was supposed to be like a happy time, with Leo, and now we've got all this energy happening like I said in my last video, everything all at once. It's experiencing joy and sorrow at the same time has been a crazy experience for me. So thank you so much for all of your good energy. I really appreciate all of you. You're an awesome community. Awesome. What type of pup? I am getting a golden retriever puppy. After a lot of thought, I know it's a very active breed and we're old, but we also thought he would be a good fit for Leo. Ironically enough, Leo might not be here to be with the pup, but we're going to have a lot of fun with that retriever. At the very least, her name is Molly, and Molly is going to keep us on our toes. That's for sure. Hello from Silver Spring, ND. Welcome. All right, let's go to Canada again. My friends in Canada. Will the tariffs be removed from Canada? Tariffs be removed. Will they be removed? There is a manipulation again. My ending card is that dark magician again. Shenanigans, manipulation. Will they be removed? I'm feeling with that card, probably not. There's a lot of big money here. When I get my Ace of Pentacles reverse underneath the situation, that is like extreme wealth or wealth for wealth's sake. That type of thing. Whoa, I flipped my card over there. I'll have to get it in a second. But that was the Knight of Wands. He went flying. He was definitely moving. So that was like something moving forward. There is a lot of force and passion to remove the tariffs. There is something that's changing. Okay, I will tell you that. So maybe they're manipulated so it's not as high, or something like that. So there is some relief here, I feel, from the tariffs, but will they be removed from Canada? I'm getting no. So there's still manipulation there. So let me just get the card that flew. This one had wings for sure. I'm seeing golden stars. Oh, you got to show us when Molly comes home. I am. I'm going to do a little video once we settle in, and I'm going to show you Molly, because who doesn't want to have a puppy, and it makes people happy, right? So, wow, the card went to another room. No, it literally went over to the door. I was like, it's like, whoops. Oh, that's funny. See, I tickle even myself. All right, let me go back to the regular chat here, and let me just see if I can start some more questions. Yeah, tariffs aren't helping our economy. And Carney gets the blame. Maybe that's why his cards weren't that great. Like, how it was like, oh, he's a little bit in trouble. So hopefully, maybe that's part of the manipulation. See, I don't know much about Canadian politics and what's going on, but there definitely seems to be a connection there. Let's see what we got. We just start a couple more. You know what? I think I want to read on this one like next. Hi, Spirit Beyond the Stars. Will Elon Musk's satellite be removed from the White House because they are jeopardizing the safety of the government? They really are. So let's take a look. Elon Musk's satellite be removed from the White House. Satellite be removed. There's some good news on this one. I'm going to say a yes on this. I am getting my ending card as success with the Six of Wands. So we are going to move forward as a country to success. It is a national security issue. Again, I don't know the timing on this, but I feel at some point it would be removed. Here's my star card, which I get a lot. You know, it's an internet card. It's in the stars, like the whole thing. It is in reversal. So they're aware of the security issues. Someone's standing up or trying to fight this is basically what I'm getting with the Seven of Wands, Elon, but it's not just Elon. It's like people who are connected to Elon financially are fighting this, or in his tribe is kind of what I want to say. And I have my Four of Wands can sometimes be my White House card. It's in reversal, but I feel like the idea that we could really tarnish our security here. I am just getting another hit here. This is weird. When I said the White House in reversal, will it be removed from the White House? I almost feel like yes, in some sort of construction situation. Like I know this is really weird, but I almost feel like they're showing me the White House under construction. It's kind of what I'm getting here. This is one of those things that it is removed successfully in like a redo. It's like the White House is being completely redone. So maybe this is sometime in the future when 45 is gone. We know he's already damaged the White House. So maybe this is incentive to, well, if we have to fix things later, let's just fix the whole thing. So yeah, I almost feel like this is all part of a huge security thing. Maybe they're trying to get rid of bugs, all kinds of things. But yes, I do feel like they are going to remove the satellite at some point. Yeah. They're adding a McDonald's to it. It's what you think it is. Oh man, I'm late. Don't worry about it. Yeah, they bugged the whole damn building. Yeah, I'm thinking the White House is redone. That's what I'm feeling. So I feel like I was reading this question like, oh, are they just going to remove the satellite? And then all of a sudden I'm just seeing construction. So I think this is part of a complete redo of the White House and its security. So it will be under that umbrella. So that's what I'm getting here. All right, so we got a little bit more time. Let's see what else we got here. Miss Dizzy Lizzy, I love that. Question, will Pam Bondi throw anyone under the bus to save herself? I want to say yes right off because I'm like, of course she would, right? But we'll see. Who are you going to throw under the bus, Pam? Are you going to throw anyone under to save yourself? Will you even have the opportunity to do that? You know, I don't think she's going to have time to do that. I get judgment against her immediately. And this is so weird. I had a vision as I'm laying out the cards. You ever see like those old cartoons where there's a giant hook and they like take the cartoon character and like drag them off the stage or that type of thing? I don't know. I think it's from cartoons. It's like a giant hook and they're like, she's going to be taken fast. Judgment against her. It's like they're on her. And I'm getting really good news, really happy news with the country. We're like really happy. We're moving into balance. And there is a knight. I will say, if they throw anyone under the bus, it might be a younger male. And by younger, I mean, he's not a king. He's not in a big, how do I want to say, a big position of power. It wouldn't be like, I'm going to throw 45 under the bus. This would be like someone maybe under her, or maybe someone a little younger than her. There's a possibility of information given on this younger man, but I'm almost feeling like she doesn't have a chance. They're showing me the hook. Like, that's not younger male Vance. Possibly that would fit, because I keep forgetting he's younger than the average bear that's working in the White House right now. Possibly. And it doesn't feel like, with the Knight in reversal, this particular night, the Knight of Wands, it doesn't feel like big information. It doesn't feel like that kind of information that would sink someone. But maybe she does throw him a little bit under the bus, or a younger male. But no one fabulous. Like, I just feel like they have her. There's no one. It doesn't matter who you talk about right now. It's kind of like they're pulling you off the stage. They have something in the future, for entertainment purposes only, that is probably going to put her in prison. That's what I'm feeling. Again, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, YouTube. So the singing green frog from the Looney Tunes, he had a hat. He's saying, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal." Is that where the hook comes from? Because I'm like, that's what I'm seeing is like the hook. Stephen Miller could be possible because he's younger. Yeah, and throw away the bloody key. God, yes. Yes, yes. All right. Let's get another one. When will the truth about the stealing of the 2024 election be revealed? It's a really good question. I'll try my best with the when. Try my best. Timing with a grain of salt here. When the truth about the stealing of the 2024 election be revealed? When? I'll do a couple of timing cards. Yeah, someone asked about 2016 too. Yeah. A lot of people are afraid they won't reveal it. Let's see if I can get a timing here. Yeah, the timing is really vague or doesn't make sense. And usually when I start getting things like that, the timing is up in the air, but I will tell you what I got. I mean, the moon is under the situation, and the moon is fluid time, where we're asking a timing question, which we're already starting not good, right? Because everything's fluid. It just depends on choices that need to be made and so forth. But this is uncovering a lot of the secrets, right? We have to uncover the secrets, and this is going to take a little bit of time. I do get 45 here. He is the King of Wands reverse in the spread, and I feel like he would block, as long as he is on this planet, I feel like the truth will not be revealed, okay? So it will definitely be after he's gone. So that's part of it. And that's the reason I said that, is because I have the Four of Wands right after that. So that's celebrating, like he's no longer there and we're moving into a new age. And then I have this King of Coins reverse. This is the problem as far as the whole truth and nothing but the truth. There is still a big money here. People behind the scenes manipulating big money that don't want that to come out. I mean, this could be Elon or any of the big billionaires. When I get them in reversal, they're controlling the money. They still have a lot of power, and they seem to be blocking the whole truth. But I will tell you, Barbara, I did not get a no, we would never get the truth revealed. I think the truth would be revealed at some point. When I pulled, my first two timing cards made no sense. Within 6 months and the next new moon. We know that that's not going to happen. And then my third card, because I always pick 3 to get a range of time, I got it's in the future. It's hard to see with the lighting, but it says it's in the future. It's in the future. So I feel like we will know the truth, but will we know the truth 3 generations from now? I'm not really sure. I think right now the problem is people who were involved with that, they have so much money and power, are blocking any, how do I want to say, like immediate revealing of that truth. I think we might get bits and pieces though. That's my feel, bits and pieces. It's very disappointing. And I really wish that wasn't the case. When Ivanka is 75, yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Let me just go back to the other comments just to see if I didn't miss some things before I pick some. I think I can do maybe a couple more questions. Oh, that's a good one. Let's see. Let's try this one. Will Trump flee the country at any time during the Epstein files story? It's a really good question. I know a lot of people have been reading on this. I haven't actually read on it, so I'm interested myself. Will Trump flee the country at any time during the Epstein files story? Right now, I am going to say no. During this whole time, the star card is reversed, so he is starting to lose hope, is the way, because his star is falling, right? So he is not being seen in the same way, and for a narcissist, that's huge, right? Then you have the 8 of Pentacles reversed. He's not working. There's a lot going on with this man. I don't feel he's well. I think, and I'm still gonna stand by this to my dying day. Like, I feel like he's in really bad shape, much worse than what we see on television. I think they're really pumping him up with stuff, and I think he's having a really hard time and will in the immediate future. I get some sort of a surprise, and he's drained of his energy. I think whatever the surprise is, maybe it's the surprise of, wow, this is getting out of hand, or wow, I can't really control this. There is something here that it doesn't feel like traveling to me. It just feels like I'm succumbing to this, or it's harming my health even more. The whole Epstein file story situation. I'm seeing a man losing strength and steam. Now, someone could maybe just plop him up on an airplane and send him somewhere. But right now, I'm just not getting that motivation to do so right now. So his mobility and his ability to really make these kinds of decisions, I think, are really waning right now. So, all right. So let's do this one. Nothing like getting close to ending on a really like depressing note, but I would love to see what the cards say about Stephen Miller. Will he be judged for his actions? Will he be judged for his actions? And by judged, I'm assuming, Tallow, that you mean judged in a court of law, right? Not just judged. We all judge him right now, but will he be judged for his actions? Will he be convicted? I want to know. Will he be convicted? Stephen Miller. Will he be judged? Yes. So right now with the King of Pentacles upright, I think he feels he has a lot of control and power and money to not be judged for his actions. I think there's arrogance here. Hubris is what I want to say. But here's the Hangman. He's going to be punished. He is going to be judged harshly. I've got the Page of Coins reversed. Mistakes. I feel like this can be a card with young people, but it doesn't always mean that for me. But I'm actually getting something with young people. He's going to be punished because of some actions with young people. So I'm wondering if this is children at the border or what's happening to children in camps. I mean, we're not going to know until we get there, but I know specifically something with young people is going to be a huge deal. And look at my card here, the death card. Doesn't mean literal death, but in a world of judgment, it definitely means his life as he knows it will be over. So not only is he going to be judged for his actions sometime in the future of his life, but I feel like he will be convicted and punished in some way. So, yeah, I wonder if the children have been trafficked. Again, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Like, we don't know for sure, but things are pointing in that direction. Let's put it that way. All right, so we have a few more minutes. Let's take one more question, and then what I'll do is I'll pull a card like for everybody, and we'll just get like a final message from Spirit. So I kind of want to do something a little silly. If this isn't silly, but it's not as heavy as Stephen Miller. That's kind of how I feel. But did Trump steal the Resolute desk? And if so, will it be returned? So, and is it at Mar-a-Lago? I heard a rumor that it may be at Mar-a-Lago. So I don't know. I'll just ask outright, did he steal it? And will it be returned? Did he steal it? Not from his point of view, okay? I do get a lot of, I guess you could say travel is what I'm getting here with this particular card with the Eight of Wands. So I am getting movement. I have moved the Resolute desk. The Six of Swords is reversed. So that's usually like I'm not moving to calmer waters. I'm stuck somewhere. So I moved it to a place where it's like put away, where it's stuck. They're showing me a closet. Now, I don't think the desk is literally in a closet, but it's almost like he just took it away, like not to use, but to make sure it wouldn't be used. Does that make sense? It's so strange. So there might be something petty. It's on display. Okay. Is that why it's stuck? Because I'm getting like a closet, like I'm putting it away in a closet. So maybe this is because it's on display. And then I'm getting, this is all in a day's work. It's all in a day's work. Supposedly it's to be refinished. So maybe that's why it's in a closet. Because I kind of feel like it's been put aside or something like that. That's the feeling that I'm getting. And I do, will it get returned? I get the Tower is reversed. So that's like a little shakeup. I'm going to actually pull one more card on that. Oh yeah. Okay. It will be returned. Here's the Ace of Cups. It will be returned. But there's like, it's a little shook up. It's a little tarnished. Maybe it doesn't get refinished like it's supposed to. Maybe it comes back with gilded gold on it or something. So they have to do it again. There's there's some little shakeup with this. So whatever they're doing to it, it might have to be redone again or something. It's Mar-a-Lago. That's what I thought, that it was at Mar-a-Lago. I know, you better not paint it gold, because I literally just had that vision. Like it's going to be returned, but it's like a little shook up. Like it's like maybe he redoes it in a way that people are like, oh my God, we have to like redo this all over again and restore it all over again. So yeah, I think we're right at that time. And I think what I'm going to do is pull a card for everyone. We'll just pull a card. Okay, thank you for answering. I'm not an American and I care about that desk. You know what? You have to end a show like this about it with a desk. You have to. Has to be done. Sometimes the world is just too heavy. We just need to know about a desk. What do you want us to know, Spirit? So I'm going to pull 3 cards. Oh, this is nice. All right. So the first card is slow down. Slow down. We need to take more time. This is like what was coming through in my last video. Just it's time to take care of ourselves. It's time for us to slow down and take stock of our own personal energy, I think is important right now. Reunion together again. I am getting the kitties here. I know a lot of you were talking about your dogs and your cats, and I was talking about my pets. So, there are going to be a lot of reunions here for the holidays, and we have Thanksgiving that's coming up and our animals. So, this is a time for everyone to come together. And then communication. We need to talk to one another, I think, face to face. And maybe that's part of these reunions. This is going to be a time for human connection, to slow down and really enjoy the people that we love, friends, family. I think that's what's most important. And that's where Spirit wants us to put our energy. So with that said, that's the tea, everybody. So I guess this is goodbye. And I was trying to erase this question, but I lost the question. So maybe I can't erase the question. Oh, well. I don't know where it is right now. This is what happens when you're trying to do all the tech stuff by yourself. So we'll just say goodbye. Cue the music. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in December and we're going to continue this Midnight Brew on Thursday nights. Start again on December 4th. I hope you all join me. I will come back next week. I'll show you Molly. It was a real pleasure meeting you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this with all your friends. As always, it is a pleasure meeting you. Bye, everybody.